Hello there, John DP here from DP Boxing. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the fundamentals, the basic principles of boxing. Quite often, people mistake boxing to be a sport about the hands, about the arms, when in actual fact, it's a sport about the feet. The age-old saying goes, make them miss, make them pay. If we can get out to distance, our opponent can't hit us. Likewise, if we can get into distance fast enough, we can hit our opponent, thus therefore being in charge and being able to win the contest. So we have what's called 3 ranges in boxing: long range, mid range and close range. Everything we're going to demonstrate in this video is going to be for long range boxing. The first thing we need to do is establish our feet and what's called a boxing stance. So what I've used there is a skipping rope down the middle just as a guide. What we're going to do, we're going to start with our feet just past shoulder width apart. One of the most important things we need to remember is we have width in our stance, because with width, we're going to have balance. With balance, we can generate power. From there, with my left foot or my right foot, I'm going to step it forward 1 step. The next point we need to remember is we turn our toes so they're facing the same position. In this position, I should feel comfortable that I can rock backwards and forwards. So the most important thing, remember, is the width. And now we've got that movement there, that rocking motion backwards and forwards. Okay, so we've got our feet shoulder width apart, we've got that rocking motion. We now need to establish where we need to sit, what we call our body weight. You'll see that as a common theme throughout the videos. What we're going to do in this instance, we want to take our body from being in the line of danger there to taking it further back. So all we're going to do, we're going to transfer the weight onto the back leg. We're going to have 70% of our weight sitting there on this back leg here, and we're going to have 30% of the weight sitting on that front leg there. I should still feel quite mobile. I've got the spring, I can twist, but main thing we need to remember is we're sitting 70% of the weight on that back leg, thus therefore taking my head and my body away from the target. Okay, now we've found our stance position, 70%, 30%, feel comfortable. I also feel balanced, I've got the width. We now need to look at what we call the guard. Obviously, you've probably heard that expression before. That's what's going to be stopping us from getting punched, basically. It's our first line of defence against our opponent's attack. What we're going to do, we're going to start with our hand, we'll start with our backhand. We're going to put that part, this is how we clench our fist, we're going to put that part of the thumb on the inside of the mouth there. The elbow is going to stay tight into the rib. So my hand can cover the back, it can also cover the front. From there, my left hand, my lead hand is going to come up. But in this instance, it's going to come around 6 to 8 inches off the face there. Thus, therefore, this arm is giving me another shield in between me and my opponent. So if you can look at that there, that's the position of our guard in a long range boxing position. Okay, so let's recap and let's do this together. We're going to start with our feet. We're going to take them shoulder width apart there. We're going to step our one leg forwards. We should still feel quite balanced. Next thing we need to do is turn our toes to a 45-degree angle away from our body. And then if you remember right, I should have that rocking motion. I should feel quite balanced. Then, you guessed it right, we're going to transfer the weight onto the back leg. How many percent? 70% on the back leg, 30% on the front leg. Right arm's going to come up, thumb onto the inside of the mouth, elbow in nice and tight, protecting the ribs, also protecting the face. Lead hand up, 6 inches off the face. And again, I want you to do that with me. Practice that. If you need to pause the video, pause it, and just keep running through those points until you're in a position that I'm standing in now. So now the last point I want to discuss in terms of the long range guarding position is our body position. What we don't want to be is square on. What that basically means is my shoulders being parallel to the opponent. Therefore, my opponent sees quite a lot of my body. If I was to get punched in this position, what would happen to my body is it would end up going like this and I'd be off balance. So what we're going to do, from that position, the weight's there, rather than showing the line of the chest, we're just going to take the line of the chest down towards our right knee, and we're going to be here. That not only makes my body a smaller target, it also allows for more rotation potential on that backhand when we come to throwing that shot down line, which will be on the further videos in the future.